The last section of the strategy guidebook, Another Story, is an interview with Nova by the publisher. The questions are about the future of the Shining Force members after their victory against the Dark Dragon. The interview was written by Masaki Wachi. First, congratulations. The fight against Runefaust was tough. Mr. Nova must have had a lot of trouble too, right?
No. I was just giving advice. We were able to win the battle because of everyone's strength.
Well, the reason I'm here today is to ask about what happened after the Shining Force.
Oh, that's right. What should we start with?
Let's start with the recent Guardiana.
The Guardiana kingdom was successfully rebuilt. Henri took over the throne after the deceased king. The Knights Corps led by Mayan are guarded mainly by young people such as Ken. Thanks to Runefaust, monsters are still roaming around the country. Oh, and a school of magic was created in Guardiana, just as Henri wished. Hal was appointed as the principal. The students, from children to the elderly, were summoned. A bit noisy Blaze level 1 and Freeze level 1 play morning to night. Some of them are shouting Spark level 4.
So, what are the people of Guardiana doing?
Gort and Rag teamed up and started a school.
School? What kind of school?
It's an axe school.
Axe?
It seems that they were against Henri's magic school. A school that teaches how to use an axe. The slogan was, if you graduate, you too can do a spinning slash in the air. But students didn't gather. The school was closed after 3 days. Gort just went back to his retirement. Well, Rag seems to be hanging out all the time, so he doesn't drink all the time like Gort used to.
Despite his appearance, Rag has a kind personality.
No, he is just an erotic kid. It seems that he is in love with Gort's granddaughter. It's a greedy home visit. After all, he has a round nose.
How about the archer Hans?
Hans became even more timid after the battle was over. The archer Diane seemed to be more popular than him, and he became depressed.
She is cute. In the same class, it seems that pretty girls are treated better.
That's for sure. Ro is also depressed. During the adventure, he was robbed of popularity by Chip, and when he returned to Guardiana, he was stepping on and kicking because he was back to being an apprentice priest again.
Many of them have returned to their own countries.
First, it's Zappa. He is the king of Bastog, so he returned to his country with Diane. They probably live by running around in the forest and hunting. Gans and Lyle have also returned to Lin Lin. After all, they are apprentices of Professor Clock, the inventor. They must be helping Mr. Clock to create an invention.
Is Kokichi in Lin Lin now too?
Oh yes. For some reason, Kokichi seems to have gotten along with Mr. Clock. It seems that he has created his own research institute next to Clock and are doing research on flying in the sky. He is going to be a rocket knight this time.
Rocket Knight?
I don't really understand, but with an unusually large fireworks called Rocket on his back, he can go anywhere on the Rune continent in an instant. Well, it's better to take Kokichi's words with a grain of salt. Ernest has returned to his home country. It's a small country near Runefaust. After taking revenge on Barbazard, he seems to have finally come to the point of rebuilding the country.
After the battle ended, many people embarked on a new journey.
That's right. After all, there were many people who likes adventures. Everyone set off in search of their own hopes. Varyu sets out on a journey to find the survivors of the god dragons. Compared to when he cried in Dragonia, he has become strong. The married couple Barbaroi and Amon also went on a journey. Due to the Runefaust army, most of the Birdman has been destroyed, but they wonder if there are any survivors out there. It seems that Varyu thought about the same thing. The two knights Pale and Vanguard returned to being mercenaries as a duo. They are probably still fighting in some other land.
There are rumors that Arthur started a laundry shop.
That's a lie. Arthur has set out on a martial arts training journey. He said he would retrain himself. Some people say they saw him near Bastow, but I haven't heard from him since.
How is Chip doing?
Oh, Chip. She has also traveled. She went to Pau. Despite the vast land area, there are not enough priests or doctors. It seems that Chip found out about it during her trip and decided to help people of Pau.
Traveling to Pau alone. Is she okay?
Don't worry. I used Domingo as a bodyguard. That duo would be much stronger than the poor Night Corps. And the other day, I received a letter from Chip. It said that she boarded the Pau train and is working hard to heal the sick people in the villages scattered across the plains. She is a tough girl.
How are other people doing?
The two of Prompt, Aleph and Taurus, are in Manalina. Something like redoing magic training. Although they were confident in their magic, they seem to have lost their confidence because they were not as active as the younger mages.
So, a rigorous training in Manalina.
I guess that was the intention at first. In less than a month after they went to Manalina, they were completely immersed in the atmosphere of that country. Turned other mages into chickens, summoned mysterious things, and more. Ahem. Altronto was also lamenting that they were in trouble.
If you go to that country, everything will be strange. Oh, yes. How are Musashi and Hanzo doing? Many people say they have never seen it.
The two men left without saying a word. It was a mystery as to why they were helping, and their identities were unknown until the very end.
Speaking of unknown identity, what about Yogurt?
What is that?
That strange creature, wearing a helmet.
I don't remember. What did he do? What are his favorite weapons or spells?
I would like to ask you one last question. What happened to that young man who led the Shining Force in battle? There are rumors that he died in the final battle.
That person. Without him, the Rune Continent, no, the world would have been swallowed by darkness. We tried our best to find where he was, but come to think of it, the mechanical soldier Adam suddenly disappeared after the final battle. Maybe he jumped into the sea to save him. But we have no doubts. That person is alive somewhere. That's what I believe.
Between the interview pages, there are 3 small sections. In the first one, the staff voted on their favorite character along with a small comment. Zappa got 4 votes. The reasons were, it can be used if you raise it to the end, and I like the graphics after the class change. I personally like beastmen that don't use weapons, and because it's cool. Chip got 3 votes. The line from the right hand to the right foot at the moment the staff is lowered is cute, stronger than a bad warrior, and the white clothes are dazzling. Max got 2 votes. Because it's the first character I wrote. Many got 1 vote. The first half was just burn, 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 and I nicknamed Tao the fire schoolmate. Gans must be an engine. Kokichi has a good taste. Yogurt, I like strange people. On the weird side, Barbazark has a similar face to me. Because the king of Worrell is fast. And Misha Ella. The second is another vote but for the most hated character. Domingo got 3 votes. Too strong, I don't know why, and too strong to be cute. Adam got 2 votes. I was hoping. And didn't help when I used him. Golem also got 2 votes. He is worst in mountainous areas. And because he has a bad attitude even though he's a rock. Many got 1 vote. Chimera, I will bully you someday. Blue Dragon because everyone says no. Cerberus breathes only when I'm playing. Jet doesn't look delicious. And that odd Altaloans angler. And the last one is an explanation of why Anri hits Max when she joins the team. According to the developers, Anri hits Max after a scene where tears are shed for a technical reason. Generally, in RPGs the characters overlap, which is not the case in real life. Max is pushed back because there wasn't enough space for Henri to move.